All right, Q&A time. Here we go. All right, so Tanya, you said you had a question above. What was your question? If you could, because there's a lot of comments, if you could maybe write it again or copy and paste it down. I know we told you guys not to copy and paste, but it's okay now. So if you want to pop it in now, or if you just want to come out, it may even be easier for you to come out and ask your question that way. Wes and I can get them answered quick and help people.
Yeah, it's the real quick one. Okay, if you've had, say with your former company, you had some amazing customers that actually love purchasing for you, but for some reason there would always be trouble with the orders going through, and they basically say it's not you, it's just trying to get the order through. A lot of them, some of them I have not reached back out to because they've given up ordering. I'm with the new company. What would be a good approach for me to come back in? Most of these people are my good friends.
Okay.
To come back in to give another one, give something else a try.
Yeah. So I know, so Wes may have a different answer than I am. I'm really curious for what hers is. Do you want to go first?
All right.
So for me, I would just address that with the elephant in the room. Okay. One, things change a lot, and we can't assume that, they're just done. They may have said they're done, but again, time can heal all things, right? So again, I would say, hey, listen, I appreciate, you being a customer in my previous business. I really appreciate that. I love you for it. They're your friends too. So that's even easier. But if you come in and say, hey, listen, I know that it really rubbed you the wrong way, that you would order things and just some things wouldn't go through. And I know it just really rubbed you the wrong way. Honestly, that's actually part of the reason that I chose to partner with a new company. I honestly love how this company just is so customer driven or whatever. And hey, just out of curiosity, again, I don't know if you're just, anti-ordering things from the internet, but Amazon has shown that you don't have to just, give up, right? But just curious if you're open to taking a look at what I've got going on now. They have a really awesome customer-based program, and, I think the products would really be cool. Are you open to checking them out?
Okay. Yeah, because I have a list.
Yeah, I definitely would hit that list. And I would just, again, address the elephant in the room before they do it. I think that's the biggest thing. And then just see if they're open.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll hit that one this week.
Yeah. I mean, just like Ryan said, you can talk about, I know, you love the products. I actually love them too. But they were changing some things in the products, and I actually found a new company that I really enjoy the products 100 times more. Like you can say that stuff because things do change. Like people can't expect you to stay in one company for your whole life. Like I would hope someone would stay at a job. Well, people do, but I mean, people also get new jobs. People also go to a new company. So like, it's okay to say that.
Yeah, it was just mainly trying to get an order through, because you have to call customer service, but all have to be on the phone. So it was just a big hassle for them. It's like, it's not worth the hassle. So that's, that was where it's at.
Yeah, that's a good question. I just think that if you can address the elephant in the room before they do, and just, you're on their side, you know what I mean? That's what they really want, and you're just saying, hey, look, you're open to taking a look. And, again, I'd love to have you as a customer and make sure that you're happy. And again, they became a customer for a reason before. So I definitely wouldn't put that past them now.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll hit them up this week.
Yeah, good. I like it. Okay, cool. Who's next? Cindy had a question. What you got, Cindy?
Hey. I'm always getting contacts now, like through Uber when I go to events and stuff like that.
Okay.
Then for the first time, I didn't get a phone number, which was kind of like shocking for me because I always get the phone numbers. Like, are you serious? Anyways, I got the email because the way it was awesome the way I shared. He was so awesome. And what I'm even excited that he's also Hispanic, so he speaks both. So I'm like, yay, awesome. And open to the opportunity, which is even more awesome. So the thing here is, are you guys frozen? Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here. We can hear you.
You there?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Because you were frozen. Okay. I was like, oh, I lost you all. Anyways, so I sent him, hey, what's up? I got him on Facebook. I always get them on Facebook. That's so easy, always for me to get them on Facebook. And then I sent him the message and I said, hey, so awesome, talking to you, sharing about blah, blah, blah. Here's my phone number. May I have yours and your email address so I can send you, some info so you can look into it. And then, of course, if I have your permission to add you to my private Facebook groups. He replied, he's like, yes, cool. Here's my email address. And of course, I was like, ugh. I don't know if he's going to see the contact that I'm going to send. I'm in that position now for the first time where I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to waste their time. But he was open to it. He was clearly really interested and open because he's looking into investing and he saw the opportunity of network marketing because I did explain to him what it was. So my question, do I still send the info via email and then keep the contact via Facebook as well? And then I guess I will eventually get his phone number because that's where I am right now.
In my opinion, he asked for the information to be sent email. I had a guy today. I said, hey man, I'll send you the product packages to your Facebook. No, I want them sent email. Some people do that, and then an hour later, I didn't have like the package yet. Like, I think I was waiting on Wes to send them. He texted me and was like, hey, I didn't get an email yet. So, some people do email. Again, you may say, hey, listen, you may send the email and then on the email, you say something like, hey, shoot me a text with your number on it. That way I can lock you in my phone. You know what I mean? So if you ever give me a shout. Again, I'm not addicted to the outcome. Again, I want my content to do the heavy lifting because, again, people are on their time. I mean, I've been doing this so long that we just know that, like, hey, look, you're gonna be ready when you're ready. I can't do anything to like change your desire. You know what I mean? All I can do is what I know how to do. I can get you the information. I can be the conduit. I can get you through some objections and kind of work you around the forest a little bit. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's on you.
That makes sense. I'm still in the outcome, but it was just shocking. That makes sense.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, if you're in a groove, again, someone doesn't give you their phone number, it's whatever. Again, I think for you, one of the things that you just have to keep reminding yourself of is, hey, there's more of them than there are of us. There's more people out there with problems without solutions than there are than us with problems. We all got problems, but we have a solution. Okay. And that's something that we have to continuously remind ourselves, especially as we had an awesome server the other night. And, I mean, that guy deserves to be prospected. If we didn't prospect that guy, we're assholes. You know what I mean? Like if we didn't say, hey dude, we're working on something, you'd be amazed. I compliment him. I said, I love the fact that you just love connecting with people. I love that you said that. Now, if he says, hey man, I'm just not ready, or, he could be I don't know what's going on in his world. We don't know, like he could have gotten kicked in the back of the head from an Uber person, right? We don't know what they're going through. So we have to respect that. Okay. Right. And we just work them through the process. If he really is open, again, sometimes you may have to be a little more busy. I know you get excited when, oh, man, this guy could be awesome. You see the potential in him, but he's got to see it first.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah. I still get in that. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, even or not, it's still exciting, but cool, awesome. I'll do that.
You need to be excited. That's cool.
I mean, something that I do, and Jim kind of touched on it right here. I'll say, like, if we're going back and forth on email, I'll say, hey, here's my number. Go ahead and shoot me yours. You can probably reach me quicker on my phone than you will on email. Mm-hmm. So if you want your question answered quicker,
right.
Shoot me a text.
Yeah. And that's what we want you guys doing. We said, hey, look, once a week, take your best Facebook post and put it on LinkedIn, right? Well, you're going to get messages. Your people are going to reach out to you on LinkedIn. If they message you, great. Get them over to Facebook. Like, just like herd them over, right? Like, just herd them to like where you're best at. Okay. So again, that's a good question. But again, let your content do the work. It'll come. Okay. It will come. Okay. All right. Let's see. Jeanette Moore, what's up? You had a question. we'll bring you out. Okay. So it's easier just to unmute. So we'll unmute you real quick, Jeanette. And all right. So you said transitioning conversation, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So where do you feel like you're having trouble transitioning to the phone?
I think honestly, like I'm probably giving too much information by text and everything because I'm sending them to the groups. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And they're coming back with additional questions of, well, what about this? What about this? And I constantly am referring them back to the group. Oh, did you see it in this pinned post? You know, whatever it is. I mean, I direct them back and they're still, and I really honestly, I think that it's just because like I need to just expand my, what were you saying? Not getting out of your comfort zone, but expanding your comfort zone. Yeah. And just be like, expand my comfort zone and just go, stop. I'm going to quit messaging back with you and I'll just do a remote call. And I mean, what are your suggestions?
I mean, what I do is I actually get on the phone with people before I even show them what I have. And so like if we're talking and, you know, it gets to that point that they are open or whatever, I'll just say, hey, let's get on a quick call so we can just make sure this is something for you. And
Wes is real quick. Like you get, I mean, she knows whether or not she want to work with somebody in 3 seconds. You know what I mean? Like 3 seconds, you know, as soon as somebody says hello, you know the type of person you're on the phone with. So that's why like and it's a different energy too. So for her, it's like she knows her energy is around like I'm gonna get on the phone with you so I can basically determine whether or not I'm gonna qualify you or not. Right. And that's a different energy than most of us had. And we've all been there. I think that we've all been in a place where there's like this nervousness. We don't want to get rejected. Like we don't want to like rub someone the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like we don't want to be considered spammy or, you know, whatever. We got all these things going through our head. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, get on the phone real quick. You know, if it takes 5 minutes or whatever, determine, hey, look, you know, just want to see if you're open or not, see if you're a good fit, whatever. Get on the phone with them, connect with them, and you'll know. I think that what you're saying is spot on because you're kind of like self-diagnosing kind of like what you may be able to do, which is great in itself. Because if you're looking for things that you can do differently, that's the best advice anybody can really give is because you're already saying, okay, this is happening. I'm in an action. Okay. Let me take a step back, reevaluate this action. Okay. What can I do differently? If I go do it differently and it still gives me the same result, okay, I just reevaluate it again. Okay. But the most
great.
Action.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll start that immediately.
Try, you know, getting on the phone with them again before adding them to the group because that helps you to build a little bit more of a relationship, pull a little more pain point, like hear a little bit more about their story, help them create their story, and then add them to the group. So that way when you like follow up with them, you already know what they're looking for and where you should tag them or, you know, what they need.
Right.
And then, you know, you have that more of like a bond and they're not going to just, you know, be kind of like bullshitting you around.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Thank you.
Because what it does sound like too, because you just kind of said something that sparked. If you haven't been like with Wes and I, we have to meet you guys where you are too, because if we give you advice from where we are, sometimes that won't be the best advice because you may not be the person that goes out and has been creating videos for the last 4 years, right? You may not have been the person that's, you know, done everything that we've done. So if you're not making videos yet, or you're not doing a lot of videos, or you're just, you know, kind of just getting started in a sense, the rapport is different, right? So the phone call is going to be a little different than the phone calls that we had. You know, when you say that's true? Yeah. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So getting on the phone a little more and just, you know, having that like, you know, bonding conversation, like she was saying, is probably the best advice. Like, because we get on the phone with someone, I mean, they've probably seen videos. We rarely get on the phone with a stranger. You know what I mean? Because they've seen stuff that they already have an expectation of where this phone call is going to go. So it's a little different. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even with strangers that we meet, I think it's just where we are right now. It's a different conversation, and look at it from a place where you're like, okay, cool. That's the possibility. I want to get there, but just know that there's a process to get there. We've gone through that process too. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's really just connecting. If you can connect with people, whether they buy or not, and they end up as a contact in your phone, I'm telling you, 3-4 years from now, I mean, you'll be, it's because it's all about your network, you know, it's all about your network. And it makes a huge difference when you can open your phone up and be like, oh shit, this person, like, I know this person. We had a conversation. May not have been long, you know, but we had a conversation about something.
Yeah, and just remember, I mean, keep your posture and just ask them questions. Get to know what they're looking for, what they need. Don't, like, just throw up on the phone, too, you know? Ask, like, hey, what are you looking for? Like, what are you not happy with in your company now? Like, get everything you can from them. And then.
Not the commission breath.
Yeah.
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 We want I can help you breath.
Like, they really don't care about what you do or why you joined, or they don't care about that. They care about what you can do for them. So.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I know. And Linda said, "Hey, I need to get on the phone more, guys." I'm telling you, I cannot tell you how. If you can get, I mean, man, that's what's stopping most people is use the phone. It's your best tool.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, for like a long time, I was scared to get on the phone too. And once I started getting on the phone, I would close like 1 million more people than over.
See, and I love hearing that, because that's like where I feel like I'm at. It's just that if I could have been on this phone call like 2 days ago, I would have either closed an opportunity, known when to check back with them, or they're not a good fit. It would have been done. Move on. I mean, I'm just like, just give me the phone.
A lot of us are in this purgatory. And so I'm going to use Linda as an example, because I know how many people she texts, and you find this comfort in hiding behind the phone, right? You find this comfort. But then you end up in this purgatory of, well, it's not going anywhere, because, I mean, it's an emotional decision for a lot of these people to join a network marketing company, right? It's something that they're not used to doing. So, we talk to a lot of people that are in network marketing. So, like, if I bring up, hey, dude, $600, and then it's going to be another $200 to go to this event. He knew coming into this that he was probably going to have to drop a G, But that's not that person that you're talking to. Typically, is they went to work today. They weren't thinking about, like, what's my next opportunity. So the level of emotion that happens through a text message isn't as high as a voice message. And that's not as high as if you get on the phone or get on a Zoom or meet somebody in person. You know what I mean? Which goes all the way up the ladder. And, I heard something this past weekend that really has been kind of speaking to me in a lot of different ways. But if we want people to take action, we have to offend them in some way. We have to kind of like get them agitated in some way, get them moving around, get their brain kind of thinking like, man, I'm not comfortable right now. If we want someone to move and take action. And a lot of times we don't want to, rub a person the wrong way or get them agitated a little bit, but that's what takes action. Everybody on here got agitated in something in their life and made them take action on something. Many of you were agitated enough that you said, you know what, I'm tired of not being full-time. They're going to do a full-time formula course. I'm agitated with where I'm at. That offendedness got you to here. And we can't be afraid to do that with people. And a lot of times we can't do that with just a text message, because how we said it may not be how they read it. And then if they don't read it how we said it, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't do anything, they didn't. What the hell? Did you not? Hello?
Or you could have possibly like really agitated them,
Like, the worst way, like you really pissed them off, right? You said, so yeah. I mean, again, we got to know that. I mean, we hide behind these computers and hide behind text, But the purpose of the text and the computer is just to get them on the phone.
Right. Makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I think Messenger is awesome. Messenger is like the ultimate like relationship log. You can always go back and look at what you said. I don't like giving my phone number out all the time on Messenger because I need them to give me theirs. I'm getting in a better habit of when they give me their phone number and I reach out at putting them in a contact of my phone. But I'm usually the worst. I'm getting much better at this. But for a year, 2 years at least, I knew either the first 3 digits or like the last 4, and I could hopefully guess who it was. So like Messenger for me is like my contact. So like I can scroll up and say, okay, did this person give me their phone number? And I can just click it and dial. Like, okay, I'll put them in my contact so I know it. And I'm tracking with you guys. Like I'm tracking my calls and tracking my prospecting too. So I'm being better at stuff. And again, fight to get on the phone. If you want to go full time, here's your gateway right here. This is your gateway. And some of y'all,
All right, guys, everybody that's on the Zoom, mark my words.
Yeah, make phone calls, leave messages. The way I went full time was I would make phone calls in the morning. I left messages in the morning. I would make more phone calls at lunch. I would make more phone calls on my way home from work. And then I would actually make phone calls again to the West Coast because I knew it was going to save me 3 hours. So again, that's what I did to go full time. I would actually look for people in California, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, because, Colorado, I was looking for, okay, if it's 9 o'clock over here, I can call these people and I would have them segmented out. That's just the work that I thought I knew I had to do in order to go full time. But it was with this thing, my friends. I call people that I haven't talked to in years, and you never know. Something changes and they're open.
Mm-hmm.
We got a guy, one of the probably the hottest lead of the day, coming in. Pretty much I know when someone's a yes or a no. So this guy, I random call, and he was just like, oh man, I cannot tell you. Over this full-time challenge, I cannot tell you because I'm making phone calls too. I cannot tell you how many people say, oh dude, man, it's just like the universe, bro. Like you called me right when I needed it. How many? That's just like I cannot tell you how many times this happened, since we started this. And it's just, but you got to pick up the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Got to. So I'm gonna get off the soapbox on the phone thing. But just understand is important.
Thank you.
All right. So let's do 2 more. We'll do 2 more questions. We'll make sure it's a good Q&A. Actually, you know what? Jim sent me some conversation. So let's take 1 more question, and then I'll look at one of Jim's conversations, and we'll break it down. And let me see if I can remember where it is. All right, let's pop on here. Okay.
Oh, I'm still unmuted. So thank you guys.
Yeah,
y'all had lots of great comments. They were helpful.
Our pleasure. Our pleasure. As long as it helps you move forward in some manner to help you take an action that you didn't take yesterday, that's the whole point. Okay. All right. Let me see. Person looks familiar. I know. I'm looking at it so y'all can see my face. All right. So let me see if I can work through Jim's conversation here. All right. So I'll share my screen really quick, and then we'll look at this combo. Okay. Okay, can you guys see the conversation? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can zoom in. All right, so this guy says, hey, thanks for the connection, Jim. How you doing? Well, I'm planning to travel to Shanghai on Friday for a contract. I'm also looking forward for a good trading week. Okay, cool. So he's already kind of, planting the seeds. Okay, awesome. Nothing better than rocking it in your business. Yes, Jim, I really like your profile picture here. So what do you do for a living? Okay. I show home business owners how to master personal branding, sales, social media, and lead generation and prospecting. Okay. Wow, I can see you're great. I can see you are doing great for yourself, and that is really nice. Well, I'm a full-time engineer, and I also part-time a forex trader. I trade with futures options, and they are one of the best trading companies in Asia. I really been so yep. That. Okay, more regurgitating. Okay, awesome. Glad you're successful with it. Both you and my platform seems to be similar both well. All right, so he's just trying to pitch you. Couldn't see that one coming, right? Okay. So so again, if someone tries to pitch you, in this situation, I mean, it just seems, again, I'm not trying to make them feel stupid, right? But I just want to say, hey, look, I appreciate you, thinking of me right now. Honestly, what I would maybe ask something like, hey, well, what makes you think I'm qualified? You know what I mean? Like, we just met, obviously, what makes you think that I'm qualified? Really put them on the spot, and then I'm just going to get them to just kind of see, hey, look, is it a network marketing company? Have you been, do you typically market your company like this? I mean, how long have you been in this company? Is this your first time in network marketing, or, what do you got going on? He's just regurgitating now. This is an easy situation to kind of turn the table. He does seem like a guy that I'm probably not going to spend a lot of time on because the coachability level is kind of like not there. So like, again, this is a person that I'm going to try to get towards maybe like a free PDF or like a free webinar that may be going on, or maybe a free training that I have access to, or get them to a free video that I did on Facebook, or, move them to something free that can like up the authority level. Because again, a guy like this, it's just, I just don't have the wherewithal to like, have this conversation. I just don't. I just don't have it in me. So again, I want the content to do more of the work. And then, maybe the next time we have a conversation, he's like, oh my God, I saw that video you did about this, this, and this. I realized that I really suck at this. And then, dude, is there anything you can do to help me? Right? Like, that's typically how this thing goes. Okay. So hopefully, does that help, Jim? I know, yeah. Just again, the guy like this, I'm letting the content do the work. I'm not going to hop on the phone with this guy either. He just seems kind of like a, spammy type person. I can smell his fangs. All sorts of dripping. So, that's a conversation. Let's see. Let's go. We'll do another one. Thanks for accepting. I'll take an opportunity to look for the meeting people. Hey, Jim, I love you. How did you find me? Okay, cool. So, good question by mystery person. Okay, so like I wouldn't necessarily. I don't know if I would drop this one in there. Okay. I would probably say this a little differently. Hey, I saw your comment on a post from the Go for No book page, and then I'm looking for a compliment. Your comment really stuck out to me. I've seen a few people comment on that page before, and no one's really been as sharp as you. So I just figured I'd shoot you a friend request. You seem like a really sharp person. I'd love to connect with you. Okay. And then, this looks like an opportunity to actually talk about the book in a little bit. I'm not going to like go and have this like full on blown out conversation. Again, keep the conversation short, but you do have something here that you can, you're honest, right? But at the end of the day, it's like you're showing your hand too. You know what I mean? Like, I can play a poker game and I can be on, like, does it mean I'm lying if you look at me and be like, hey, do you have aces? Oh, shit, you got me. Here's my hand, right? I mean, I don't want to just show my hand either. There's a difference from just, hey, being dishonest and, just showing the hand. So, yeah, I mean, she seemed like she responded well. So I think that was it for that conversation, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So, again, I may ask, hey, have you gotten through the book? Hey, what was the reason you were actually reading that book? Are you in sales? Are you in network marketing? It seems like you maybe, there's so many different ways that you can take a conversation like this just off the fact that she was on the go for no thing. So that's the road. That's door number one. She opened it. Go down that road and see what it leads to. Okay. Hopefully that helps. I appreciate you sharing those, man. And hopefully that helps. So we'll take one more question and we'll wrap up. Okay, guys. Does anybody have any closing questions on conversations, communication? Obviously, we want you guys to be able to take action after this and have better conversations. And just make progress throughout your conversations. That's the key. So let me unshare. Anybody want to take the reins on the last question before we wrap up tonight, guys?
If nobody else does, if you could just clarify on the first connection with are you open? And then what has you open? I don't know if it's just me, but that kind of, I guess I'm not wording it the right way where it doesn't sound like it's coming off as prying and pressure and everything. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, I reword the openness question depending on who I'm talking to and how they may see me already. So it does really depend on who I'm talking to, do I have rapport with this person already?
But just kind of feel them out. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, it's just really, hey, are you open to something that won't interfere with what you got going on right now? Getting clear on that. They know that, hey, look, it's something that's, not going to take away from what I'm doing. It's not, it's not a 40-hour a week deal. You know what I mean? It's something that, it may not even be geared towards the opportunity. It could be geared towards the product or becoming a customer too. Knowing where somebody is. There was a girl I was talking to today that was a client of ours at one point. She's building her business. We're talking about, hey, health and wellness stuff, but I know for her, she's got this master class going on. She's got, some person that she's working with as a coach, and she got all these things that she wants to do with her brand. So I geared the conversation towards the product, but the benefit of the product helping her be more effective in her master class, in her video,
right,
in her marketing,
the task that she's doing right now.
Right. So it's product based, but it's geared towards what she wants. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. So it is. I don't want anybody on here. Neither of us want anybody on here walking away like a robot. You know what I mean? We want you guys to be able to think. We want what we gave you tonight to spark thoughts in your head about how you can have better conversations. Not have you say, okay, cool, this awesome, you gave me everything. Now I can just copy and paste all this stuff in. That's not going to do any good, right? So yeah. Yes, Wes is cashed out. Yeah, she's done.
I got a couple minutes left in
So hopefully that helps. Again, the best, I love your questions, Jeanette, because at the end of the day, you can tell, a person like Jeanette, she's out there taking action. She's out there, you can tell a person like this, she's out there taking action, and she's doing something. Okay, cool. What can I improve? Okay, cool. I'm going to go take that advice and go do that for 30, 45 days. And then I'll come back and say, okay, cool. That worked. That didn't work. This has changed. This has got better. And that's all it is. A lot of us, we got to get into the place where we have that energy where we're just like, okay, cool. I'm taking action. you see a person like that, you can already tell she's committed to the long haul. You don't have to, you can tell a person that's already committed 5, 10 years, 15 years down the road. They're just working towards that. A lot of us are in that place where we're hoping that, okay, I'm going to watch this webinar and hopefully it works, but like, we're not committed. You know what I mean? We're not committed. So nothing's going to work until you commit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear. It's obvious. I think, stuff like that is due when you see it. Yeah. So Dari asks, how would I reapproach someone who has already committed but had to postpone get my product because of unforeseen financial situations? Stuff like that happens. You know what I mean? If something like that happens, again, I would just ask, hey, I know, things come up. I get it. Is there a better time we can connect? Or, would you like me to help you come up with some ways to actually come up with a product even through this financial situation? Now you're giving them an ultimatum, say, hey, look, you know what? Honestly, I don't have options. I have to wait. Or, yeah, I'd actually love your help if we come up with some ways that I can get it because I really do want this product. So again, meet people where they are. And if you can get them to just give you the option of saying, okay, do I want A or B, and keep going through like that option kind of deal, you'll get where you want to go. And again, if it's on your agenda, right now, then you probably won't come off that well because financial situation came up. I'm sure you've had a place where a financial situation came up. Right? So if we don't approach that situation how we want to be approached with that situation, you're not going to get what you want. And you're going to keep running into those situations too, because when it's you in a financial situation, hey, I can't do this, can't pay this right now, got to back off on this, really wanted this but can't do it. You know what I mean? How do you want someone to approach you? Do you want someone to push you a little bit and say, look, let's make it happen? Or do you want someone to say, hey, look, listen, I get it. I understand. Hey, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. If you would like me to help you come up with some ways to actually come up with the money, I've done that before too. So just let me know. If you're really serious about insert problem desire, I can help you come up with the money if you're really serious about it. If you just want to, wait till you're better off financially, I understand that too. And I'll be here. Let's set up a follow-up, and then I'd be proactive. I'd say, you know what, honestly, if that, it kind of seems like you feel more comfortable doing that, let's set up a follow-up for, 45 days from now. Hopefully some things have changed. And, if they have, then we'll help you fill in the blank. Again, fill in the desire blank. Because, again, all I'm doing is just regurgitating what they don't want and what they want. People love to feel like they're listened to, so if they just keep hearing, okay, I don't want this and I want this in like every other sentence, and they just keep hearing, okay, like they're starting to like compartmentalize, okay, no problem, desire. Like if you're the only person that's doing that, most people, they're trying to sell them something. It's just like, eat it, buy it, slam it. It's like, they're just like beat the hell up all day long, but you're actually trying to like, help them and like doctor them up. So
yeah, I'll just follow up with people too, like, hey, where you at? Like, what's going on now? And then, like Ryan was saying, like, well, if you're really serious, if this is something that you really want, I can help you come up with some ways so we can figure out how you can get there, and we can really make some things happen.
Yeah. Had a girl hit me up today. She said, yeah, I really want to get started. Don't know if I can start the package that I want. Are there other options? Money's just really tight right now. Honestly, I said, I think the most important thing is making sure that next Christmas you never have to say money's tight right now. Again, getting someone to think a little differently about their situation and themselves, right? That now, then I'm going to have the same conversation that we just kind of had. Okay, cool. If there's options, we can discuss them. If there's not, then yeah, there's other options you can get started. But again, getting someone to see themselves a little differently and saying, oh man, you know what? I don't like saying that phrase out loud. How long, I get it, but how long do you want to say it, that money's tight out loud? How long do you keep wanting to just say that? Is this last time that you're going to say that out loud? Can we agree on that? And can we move forward from that? I mean, a lot of people don't have that leadership. Just you having the balls and the confidence to say that is more than most people get. So, yeah, I mean, I know this is some deep stuff, but you gotta, like, if you can apply it, I'm telling you that, I mean, your day is coming. If you can apply these things and hit your roadmap numbers, I can literally almost guarantee that you'll get full time 96 months, a year. It's just a matter of time. If you can apply these things that we're teaching you how to do, and then continue on your roadmap and continue to connect with your accountability partner, those are the most important things. I can literally almost guarantee you'll be full time. So, right. So, yeah. All right. So good stuff. We'll keep rocking next week. We'll cover some big time stuff with Facebook branding. Okay. And, we'll move it in. All right. So we'll be moving through, and again, just stay on your roadmaps, guys. So we're out of here. Okay. And we'll catch you guys, Thursday. All right, guys.
Love y'all.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.